How do people play like this? This is so hard. What's going on, guys? Today we'll be looking at my 1-month transition from keyboard and mouse to claw. This season there's been a lot of controversy about controller being OP, so I thought I'd finally give it a chance so I could determine which input is truly superior. If you enjoy this video today, go ahead and leave a like down below, and if you want to support me any further, go ahead and use code Glyzzi in the item shop. Let's get right into it. Before we get into my progress on the controller, I just wanted to show you a couple clips on me and keyboard to kind of show you where I came from before making this switch. Alright, so after playing on keyboard, I knew this was going to be a journey. I've never touched claw in my life before. I've played controller in the past on other games and such, but claw was a whole new world. I had no clue if I was even holding the controller right. I didn't know how to press the buttons. It just felt so clunky and unnatural. I was struggling mad hard. I looked like I've never even played Fortnite before. But I thought we'd figure it out. I just sat in creative all day. You know, at the end of day one, we were able to get some 90s going, though. I started getting a rhythm, realizing how to press the button and hold the controller. It was getting more comfortable the more time I spent on it, so I had some high hopes. I even got this little edits going. Didn't think it was possible, but we're there. Really boosted my confidence. Starting off day two, thought it was a good idea to 1v1 one of my friends. Let's just say I was feeling the pressure, and this was the moral of the story. No. Let's just say that was enough for me. I was done. So I spent the rest of my days in creative, and on the last day of the week, I made my return and got my first ever kill on claw. Also managed to get a pretty cheeky kill here in the pub game. Alright, going into week 2, I knew consistency was my biggest issue. I was able to do some stuff, but I couldn't do it consistently, so I don't have too many clips because I spent my first 5 days just practicing my mechanics in creative. And I was able to get some pretty good kills though in 1v1s to end out the week, as you could tell from my reaction here. Dude, that was the cleanest I think I've ever done. One thing that helped me out a lot was my confidence was starting to go up. As you can see, I was going for clips here. Even though they were really scuffed, I still had the confidence to even try them before I couldn't even 90. But I hit my first ever little double edit here. Got it. That was really nice. This right here is the best clip I've hit. It was just so smooth with everything, and I was really proud of it and knew that I could accomplish good things after this one. Well, that's unfortunate. To end off the week, I got this clip playing some Zone Wars, and what's the definition of what Mongrel would call?
Controller player! That is a controller player!
Oh, Stormzy the 200s back to back. After ending week 2, I realized editing consistency was my biggest issue. I was able to edit decently fast, but the consistency was the problem, and it caused me to fall and mess up my builds and die a lot. So I spent the first 2 days just doing edit maps and grinding them out, trying to build up that consistency over speed. After doing those edit courses, I decided to do some 1v1s focusing on edit retakes, and I was able to get some pretty good kills with it. This became my favorite retake. As you'll see, I have a couple more clips later in the video with it. And of course, I had to get a clip in here of the drum gun, because what else would a controller video be without it? To end off the week, I played some box fights, which I was doing pretty good in those, which was surprisingly the hardest thing for me to do on controller. And also after that, went to some free builds, and I hit this, and you can just tell everything's coming together in this clip. Going into the last week, everything was coming together. It felt natural to play like this. No longer felt clunky or awkward like it did previously when I was trying to play. Kind of had to force myself earlier, but now it felt almost natural. So I'm just going to let these clips play out so you guys could watch how far I've came on my journey to switching to controller.
Nobody else wants to play?
No, they can't.
Oh.
The people watching said that they can't right now.
I knew it was
Roxanne, Roxanne, all she wanna do is party all night. Goddamn, Roxanne, never gonna love me, but it's alright. She think I'm an asshole, she think I'm a player. She keep running back though, only 'cause I paid her. Roxanne, Roxanne, all she wanna do is party all night.
Alrighty guys, I hope you enjoyed that little summary of my transition throughout the month, but here's what you've all been waiting for. After switching to controller, I've decided that no input is superior to the other. You're able to be competitive on both, and both have their pros and cons. If you want to see a video on that in more detail, let me know in the comment section down below. But anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed.